All right, Euro. This is this is Lewis. This is what I would do if I was gonna attack this guy. First off, I would put my generals right up here in this area. Generals, and then my tank destroyers. After I drop those, I would put I'd put my main army. Oh, let me erase that. Put my main army. No, not right there. I'd put them in a line, and I'd put like if you have assault vehicles or APCs, everyone doesn't use assault vehicles on these wars. I use them because these wars are easy right here. I should have used APCs in the last war. I didn't. But assault vehicles be fine on this one if you do it right. But if you really want to ensure good victory, strong victory, go with APCs. So APCs, Howies, and bazookas. And you drop them off in sets. Here, 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 and there. Okay, in that set. After you drop them off in that set, like I said, APC, Howie, and bazookas. Drop them off in sets. And that got to be 5. It could be 4. It could be 6. It could be whatever. Right there. Once you drop them off in that set, then you go and you. Wish I know where the eraser was on this little toolbar, but these guys start moving. After they start moving, if you have the blitzkrieg, you're gonna blitz right around here where that green dot is. So you see the green dot's right on the TC. Okay. Hey Jojo, how you doing? Let me finish this up. All right. So once you put a blitz right here, this is going to stun those guys. Now, what I normally go with is 7 of the decoys. Decoys, you want those kind of scattered out, but you don't want to use them too quick because what happens whenever you use decoys, they automatically start spawning buildings wherever they're laid. So don't put your decoys way up in front of your army. You want to keep those far. I want to keep those close to where your army is. So whenever your army reaches, whenever they start breaking through here. Now I don't use wall breakers on this. They're gonna break through these walls for you. It's not a maze wall. They're gonna break through it real fast. You can, if you want to use a wall breaker, I'd put them in the middle dot right here, so they can come in here and break some of that. I don't personally use them. Now you're gonna have card armies and stuff, and you gotta watch all this stuff going on. So whenever you watch the stuff going on over here, where the yellow stuff is, where your generals are, you may need to use a decoy right around there. Okay, boom. Now that's going to spawn this building, but there's no gate to get in there. If you notice the way the building is, the bunker, there's no way for him to get into this gate. He's going to be frozen right there, not doing crap for 50 seconds. Nothing else is going to hurt that. Nothing. Okay, and you may need to put another decoy right smack here. Okay, the reason why I put them on the walls is because what happens is those soldiers got the attackers are going to go on both sides of the walls, and they got to backtrack back and forth, and it takes them forever to kind of navigate all that. Now, by the time you start doing all this, this is going to be really fast. Probably the first 30 seconds, the silo is going to be destroyed. Okay, now you have all your card armies that you still haven't laid out. I'll start laying those out, in pretty fashion. About 1, 2 over here, and then I do 1, 2 over. My screen's not big enough. 2 right over here, and they start closing in. Now my war army. I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show you how my army is set up to do this. You can kind of copy it. Now, if you look at this war base, I should have taken a broader picture, but there's a tail that goes down this way down on the bottom. Now that tail has a couple of buildings that might have a little high hit points. My main army, I did not tell you all of it. there's still several pieces of the main army that's left. I also carry the Terracotta Army. With the Terracotta Army, I haven't placed those here either. Or you don't place all your cards. You keep one card, and it can be a shitty card for yourself. Now, I'm going to get out of this, and we're going to go look at the at my setup and everything. Get out of this little tutorial, and we're going to look at my setup, and then I'll explain to you how that's going to work. So we're going to X out of this. Then we're going to go to Dominations. And I'll show you how my troop setup is. And look, Sabi has a different setup. And Sabi is amazing. Him and Max, they do amazing work with what they have. But this is a really easy target. You can smash it with just about your eyes closed. So I come right here. You can see my army. Let's go to train. This is my army. Now, if you notice, I have the 5 assault vehicles. I got 6 Howies, 1 ambulance. I do carry an ambulance, and I carry 22 riflemen. That makes up the majority of my army. That is the backbone of my army. Those 12 soldiers you see right here, right there, those 12, I don't place those in until much later. Oh, I just erased them. Shit. Don't know why I'm erasing them. Okay, so those 12 make up what's going to get all my scattered pieces. Okay, that's very important. So remember those 12. I got my 3 generals. I got my I got my what are those called? Mercenaries. Yeah, I do have a camp going. I have a what's called a elephant camp, elephant stable. I have one of those going. So in my mercs, I got 2 tank destroyers right now and 3 elephant archers. I don't have them all the time. I got them for last war. I didn't do well with them. I really sucked on last war. And then the card armies. With the card armies I just went with right now is what I have the most of. So I went with Commando, Better Machine Gun, Supply Convoy, and the Heavy Field Mortar Army. So I went with those 4 just because I have a lot of them. So I wasn't worried about spinning them out. I don't use my bazookas, my elephant archers, and all that stuff until I have a hard army and until I have a hard war. Then I go with it. So let's go back and look at his at his war setup. At his base once again, number 5. Boss already got it. Well, anyways, look, we're gonna look at it again. It's no big deal. Okay, you kind of understand the way I go with it. We should have called number 5 on the chat. But that's fine. We'll still look at this. Talking about his tail, I would place 1, 2, 3 down here of that of those 12. Then I'd place the remainder 8 right here. And you're gonna say why 8? Because 8 will kill that number 10 general. That number 10 general will not come out and do any harm. You ain't gonna be surprised by them. And by the time those 12 finish right here, or the 2 plus those 2 right here, it's gonna be done. Okay. Then do not place them over here. That needs to be saved for last. So your last 2, come over here, pop right up into this area where your houses are, just to start killing this thing right here. This what's that called? Angkor Wat. You want to get rid of that Angkor Wat before these guys come out. So after I place all my troops, after you do this, the generals and the mercs right here, after you place your line right here, after you blitz this right here, right dead in the center, after you do all that and you put your decoy here, then you're going to come out here and do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, right here, smack in the middle. Okay? Now, you're going to watch them. You're not going to rally anytime soon. You're going to let them do their own things. Your planes are going to keep the people under control right here. Keep your planes. I wouldn't worry about these guys down the bottom. You start worrying about them, you're going to lose focus on what's happening with your main army. Those guys aren't going to spawn any extra troops. They're not there. There's no big tank. There's no big buildings down here to give you problems. Wouldn't even worry about it. Okay, like I said, these are saved for last down here because you just don't want that extra heavy tank coming out. The what's that called? The Flampanzer and those extra 6 soldiers, and you don't want to spawn these last 2 buildings, which is going to be a big problem for this soldier for this base. But you see where I'm getting at. You don't want to spawn all that extra stuff. Okay, so watch this. Use your planes up here because when you use your planes freely, this will be destroyed. These 2 things right here will be destroyed. This will be close to destroyed or destroyed, and these towers will be destroyed. Okay, there's nothing, and this one should be close to it if not. But nothing up here is going to damage your planes. And you can just kind of mow everyone down as they get close to your army. Kind of keep it as a crowd control. Anyways, that's how I would set it up. That's how I would execute it. And I hope that helped. I'd like to see everybody get better and move forward. And I think you're doing well just by asking. So good luck to whichever base you're going to do. And if you need pointers, what I can do is I can send a picture of what I would do instead of doing another tutorial like this every time. Like if you want to hit number 8 or you want to hit whichever. Let's see, you might have even said it. Nope. But if you do want to hit something else, holler at me and I'll just take a snapshot and I'll just use my paint and just press wherever you're gonna where I would attack. Unfortunately, number 5 was a really, really easy base to smash. It would have been done in probably between 90 seconds, maybe even under 90 seconds. How fast did Boss do it? Boss did it in 2 minutes, 11 seconds. He probably took his time with it. And you can watch the replay when you get there. All right, man. Well, that's all I got. If you need something else, give me a shout.